All right, guys. So I want to talk about this real quick because this is just another example of what I'm talking about when I say that Republicans are weak, okay? And they continuously fall for the Democrat nonsense. They continuously get played by the Democrats, especially when it comes to public relations in the media. And we have that happening once again as the weak Republican leadership, Mitch McConnell and Kevin McCarthy, basically embarrassed themselves after attending a Congressional Gold Medal ceremony for the Capitol police officers in their response to the January 6th Capitol protest, okay? Everybody knows that those Capitol officers have had their trauma in the situation they went through used as a political weapon by the Democrats to attack Republicans. So these officers are no longer officers anymore. Right? They are simply political pawns. They're political tools. They're political operatives of the Democrat Party in the mainstream liberal media. And their sole job, right? Their sole value, according to the Democrats, is just as a weapon to attack Republicans. Okay? Because if they were normal police officers, we know that Democrats don't give a damn about those people. Right? So you would think that Mitch McConnell and Kevin McCarthy will be smart enough not to fall for this nonsense. Again, it's a situation that appears to be an easy bipartisan layup, but it's actually not, because Democrats are always on the attack. And again, these people, they fall for it once again. So without further ado, I'm actually going to play the moment where the family of fallen officer Brian Sicknick actually decided not to shake the hands of Republicans when being presented with the medal. And that moment has went viral, and basically this is a moment of humiliation for the establishment Republicans that want to play the uniparty game. Take a look.
Whatever hold that Trump has on them, they've backstepped, they've danced, they won't admit to wrongdoing, not necessarily them themselves, but of Trump, of the rioters. I mean, people like Louis Gohmert, who presented an American flag that was flown over the Capitol to a January 6th rioter and told them they were a patriot. It's disgusting. And it takes away everything my brother's done. It takes away the heroism my brother showed.
You don't think they deserved a handshake in this context?
No, definitely not. No, because unlike Liz Cheney, they have no idea what integrity is. They can't stand up for what's right and wrong. With them it's party first.
What integrity is. 21 House Republicans voted against the gold medal resolution, some objecting to the word insurrection, others to the phrase temple of democracy.
That's unfortunate. Our police officers who came to work that day, regardless of their political affiliation, they put their lives on the line. They put their blood, sweat, and tears on the line for people who voted for them and people who did not vote for them.
I'm a glass half full kind of person. Hundreds and hundreds of people voted for this.
Gold medals will go on display at the Capitol Police Headquarters, MPD, the Smithsonian, and the Capitol itself.
I mean, they saved our lives.
Yeah, so if you actually pay attention to the coverage of this incident, right, there's nobody in the mainstream liberal media saying Kevin McCarthy and Mitch McConnell, well, it looks good that they were there at the gold medal ceremony, right, and giving these awards to these officers, right? It makes them look like good guys, right? They were not getting praise. The fact is that what they're talking about is the fact, well, some Republicans voted against it, right? Republicans are not all the way on board with it, right? And then they're also talking about the fact that the officers or the family of the officers that died, they didn't shake Mitch McConnell or Kevin McCarthy's hand. They snubbed the Republicans in the handshake. And it's like, once again, congratulations, you played yourself because you shouldn't have been there in the first place. I'm so serious. I mean, people may disagree with me on that, but I don't think they should have been there. I think that if they were going to be there, they should have sat in the audience and just chose not to go on stage. Don't go on stage, because best believe that was planned out. Best believe Nancy Pelosi knew that was going to happen, because all this stuff is calculated. Democrats will never not take a chance to try to embarrass Republicans, okay? They're going to try to embarrass Republicans any chance they get. While Republicans are too busy, again, trying to play the uniparty game, trying to play the bipartisan game, trying to play the, well, we're good guys like you. We're not like Orange Man Trump. But that's not how Democrats present Republicans to the mainstream liberal media. Y'all might be cool in Congress, personally among each other. Y'all all get along according to, what's the guy name? Madison Cawthorn. Y'all having sex and coke parties together. But outside of that, right, when Democrats go to the mainstream liberal media, they say Mitch McConnell, Kevin McCarthy, Trump, they're all in the same basket, right? They're all the same. And Nick Fuentes. Throw him in there too. So trying to cozy up to them for public relations points, for points with the media, is pointless because they're going to take every chance they get to embarrass you. The whole point of having the ceremony is to embarrass you. That's the whole point, right? The whole point is to embarrass you. The whole point of them all of a sudden loving police is to embarrass Republicans. And Republicans fall for it hook, line, and sinker because they don't want to be seen as, well, you know, we're against the Capitol Police. When it is clear that the Capitol Police, the Democrats are not for them, they're just using them, right? And Republicans should be more loud and vocal about that instead of going along with the nonsense and just say, look, we value what the Capitol Police did, but we're not going along with this game from the Democrats anymore because they hated police before all of this happened. And what the Republicans should do, and I don't know why they don't just take a page out of Democrat playbook. Okay, why don't you show up to these ceremonies, right? With the victims of the people who were hurt or family members that were killed during the BLM protests, right? Show up with them and be like, hey, you know, since there was a whole bunch of violence during this time, political violence, we decided that maybe these people deserve some recognition as well, too. Right? Maybe we should talk about this as well, too. Since we're going to talk about the police officers and what they went through, what about all the small business owners? What about all the police officers that aren't Capitol Police, again, that suffered through the BLM riots, the Antifa riots, the Roe v. Wade? What about all those police officers? Right? Why don't they get any type of awards and medals? Is being a police officer during the BLM protests and riots, is that not just as bad as what the Capitol officers went through? I think it's just as bad, if not worse, to be quite honest with you. I'm just saying. Throw the race card on them too, right? Get dirty just like them. Right? David Dorn's wife. Hey, why are we not talking about the trauma that she went through? Right? Since we're honoring police so much, why are we not honoring David Dorn and what he did for his local community? He lost his life during one of these BLM protests. Again, Republicans. I don't understand why is it that they always want to take the high road on this stuff. It never works. You will not get credit for it because to them, just in virtue of being a Republican, you are evil, right? And they're going to look to score points on you whenever they can. So again, I mean, these two guys, this is why I'm just sick of them. Mitch McConnell and Kevin McCarthy. And also Ronald McDaniel, too. Throw her in there. Okay, the chairwoman of the RNC. Who, again, I mean, we've lost election after election under her. And for whatever reason, she still has her job. Right? She still has her job. Same thing with Mitch McConnell and Kevin McCarthy. Republican Party has been a disaster under these people. And for whatever reason, they still have their jobs. And they're still out here getting played and embarrassed by the Democrats. Shouldn't have showed up to the ceremony. Right? Or if anything, you should be using a Democrat playbook and you should have a ceremony for, again, the victims of the Antifa and the BLM riots. Give them some medals, right? Make the Democrats vote on legislation like that. Oh, Democrats just voted against, recognizing the black business owners that got their businesses destroyed during the BLM protests. What? Are they racist? Right? Again, that's how low you gotta start going. I'm just saying, I mean, because Democrats are using them as political pawns. It's not right, but it works, right? It works. So again, you got to start doing the same thing. But again, because Republicans are weak, because they love getting ran over by the Democrats. They love getting screwed by the Democrats. You know, this type of stuff they sign up for. This is what they do. It's like, congratulations, you played yourself. Okay, and they still gonna think that, hey, you associated with Trump, you know, blah, 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 you're a white supremacist. They still gonna think that, no matter what you do. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.